자, 안녕하십니까. 아빠도 게임 좀 하자입니다. 오늘도 호그와트 레고시 이어서 해보도록 하겠습니다. 자, 오늘은 뭘 해야 하느냐. 짠. 발견의 그림자 속에서 세바스찬이랑 만나기로 했죠. 갑시다. 오늘은 경찰복을 한번 입어봤어요. 자, 경찰이다. 경찰인데.
You'll never believe what I...
What did you discover in the spellbook we found in the scriptorium?
Salazar Slytherin's spellbook was a little difficult to interpret, but fascinating. Evidently, he encouraged teaching dark magic at Hogwarts. Neither the Imperious Curse nor the Killing Curse was unforgivable during his time. He believed students should be prepared to use dark magic when necessary, not to fear it. That's why we had to use Crucio to gain access to the scriptorium. He didn't want his knowledge shared with anyone who was afraid of the power of dark magic.
해야 할 일을 했던
It
것뿐이야.
was hard to do, but casting Crucio was our only option.
And I'm glad we did it, because in the spellbook I also found something else. References to a lost relic, which, from what I can tell, grants the holder the power to reverse dark magic curses.
And you think this relic might be able to save Anne?
Precisely. I plan to search for this relic, but I don't think we should tell anyone. Especially Ominous. He wouldn't understand.
그래도 말은
We
해야지,
need
마.
to tell him. He's the reason we found the book, and he deserves to know what you've learned.
You've seen how he frets about the dark arts. I promise, I'll tell him when I found the relic. When I know more, I shall send an owl. And don't feel sorry for Ominous. Keeping this to ourselves for now is for his own good. Revelio!
I'll decide what's for my own good.
Ominous, we were just about to get some air. Care to join?
You're a liar, Sebastian. I heard everything. You swore you'd never engage in anything to do with dark magic
언제
again.
왔냐?
No, I didn't. I said I understood you wanting that. I'd never swear to give up on finding a cure for Anne.
You don't know when to stop, do you?
I know when not to stop. Leave this alone, Ominous. I'll be on my way.
I am not letting this go.
Ominous, Sebastian meant well.
I appreciate you telling Sebastian not to keep this from me, but going after that relic is not a good idea. Sebastian doesn't even realize it, but he's as irresponsible and reckless now as his parents were years ago. It's why they died.
무슨 일이 있었던 거야?
I knew his parents died, but I never heard what happened.
Mr. and Mrs. Sallow were professors. Spent nearly every waking moment in the cellar library. Noses buried in books. Anne and Sebastian were upstairs when it happened. They heard a sudden crash and ran downstairs, but it was too late. Their parents had crumpled to the floor. A defect with the lamp in the cellar caused the room to fill with an undetectable toxin. Sebastian and Anne were helpless. They had no magic yet.
What a horrible story.
It is. That's why I can't understand Sebastian's recklessness. I've practically lost Anne. I cannot lose Sebastian too. Please avoid anything to do with that spellbook.
근데 주문서가 희망을 주는 것
Those
같은데.
references in the book seem promising.
Everything to do with Salazar Slytherin seems promising until it's too late. I hope Sebastian pursues this no further, but if you think he might, please let me know. It would mean a lot.
오케이. 자, 오키도키. 자, 뭐 여기서 더 이상 진행되는 거 없는 것 같고요. 메인 미션으로 갈까요? 그러면 드디어. 짜란. 뭐야 이거? 자, 불과 악행 호피 스위팅을 만나세요. 호이. 자, 저기구만. 자, 우리 하이윙은 잘 뛰기도 한다고. 날아가야 되겠는데 근데? 슈! 개간지.
Highwing's fine. I'm keeping an eye on her. She's safe, Poppy, I promise.
Good. Whatever the poachers are up to, I want Highwing far from it.
You said you had news about the poachers, and that some of it had to do with me.
It did. I overheard them talking in the Hogshead, and did you know that they have orders from Victor Rookwood to capture you on sight? Does this have anything to do with Rookwood and Harlow coming for you in the Three Broomsticks after the troll attack?
It does, somewhat. But at the moment, I'm more concerned about what else you heard the poachers are up to.
Fair enough. But I hope you'll let me know if I can be of help, especially after what you did for Highwing. Does the name Horntail Hall mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not. Why? What is it?
The poacher's best kept secret, apparently. The name came up twice, but they never went into detail. I also overheard one of them bragging about all the gold they're making, at the expense of innocent creatures, undoubtedly. The poachers spoke of this area, and I thought if we searched around a bit, it might give us clues as to what they're doing. If you ever meet my gran, this trip never happened.
비밀로 할게.
Not to worry, Poppy. If I ever meet your gran, I shall not speak a word of this.
I normally tell her everything. She might be my best friend after Highwing, but she knows how I feel about the
할머니보다
poachers.
하이윙이
I
낫다고?
think she worries I'll do something ill-advised.
Whatever gave her that idea?
This way.
불과 악행 퀘스트 시작.
Revelio.
야, 하이윙 데리고 가자. 못 데려가. 가자. 아, 나 경찰 옷 입었으니까 나한테 아무도 뭐라 못할걸? 뭐냐 저거?
A centaur. Tread carefully.
잡을래.
An entire castle to roam, yet you choose to wander here.
Please, we don't want any trouble.
오.
We're simply passing through.
Do you take us for fools? That we do not notice more and more of your kind around here, in league with the poachers?
We aren't involved with them. If anything, we want to see them stopped.
I hope for your sake that is true. Our kind is swiftly losing patience with the poachers and those they work with.
아, 썸네일 좀 찍게. 아, 가버렸네. 뭐라고 그랬어요? 아, 야, 팬티에 물 다 들어갔을 거야.
Why wouldn't they take their cages with them when they left?
그러게. 조사하기.
Pelt. Poor beasts. Still smoking. They can't have been gone long. Revelio.
야, 저기도 뭐가 있다? 아, 아이, 먹지마. 그런 거 좀. 이거 그지 같아. 다 주워 먹어 그냥.
This is goblin metal. Seems out of place in a poacher camp. I should tell Poppy about it.
야, 너 왜 아무것도 안 하고 있냐?
Anything interesting?
Poachers were here. All sorts of evidence. But I found something else. It's goblin made.
I found goblin armor. Let's keep searching, but carefully. Merlin only knows what's going on here. I don't have a good feeling about this. How do goblin and poacher interests align?
Look, down there.
Definitely poachers. No creatures, though. So what are they doing out here?
Let's take a closer look.
They won't be happy to see us. Should we use disillusionment? Or perhaps a less discreet approach?
Hard to say from up here.
과감하게 가, 과감하게.
Let's get a better lay of the land.
That's a brilliant idea.
아, 야, 빨간색 왜 이렇게 많아?
Poacher doesn't mean like beasts. We had a
조심해서 나쁠 거 없겠죠?
It's been ages since I've found anything worth poaching near Cragcroft.
Focus, Totalis.
아리스토텔레스.
Nothing to poach in Arrynshire except spiders. Not worth the trouble, if you ask me.
Show yourself!
Merlin, you'd think they were guarding the
Shit,
minister
팔이
for magic
무너졌어.
himself. What is going on here?
Only one way to find out. Reparo.
짜란. 아니?
Revelio.
오빠 방금 좀 멋있지 않았니? 오빠 한번 믿어봐. 짜란. 겁나 크겠지?
What in Merlin's name?
홀리 용이다.
Are those dragons?
와. 나 공격했던 걔네들이네. 경찰이다.
It's a dragon fighting ring. This is Hauntel Hall.
The name makes sense now, and the secrecy.
No wonder the poachers were in Hogsmeade so much. Likely taking bets and spreading the word, given how crowded it is here. How could they possibly enjoy this? The centaurs have every right to be disgusted with wizard kind. There must be more dragons here. The poachers are far too greedy to run a fighting ring with only 2 dragons. We should take advantage of most eyes being in the fight and look around. But be discreet. You especially can't afford to be spotted.
아, 싸우자.
Revelio.
One foot in front of the next and quiet as can be.
Don't know what Victor was sinking straight in a bog.
It's Totalis. Revelio. Revelio.
Have you heard from your family? Has either of your brothers come round to our way of thinking? Will they join us?
Ah, they say we go too far. The violence isn't going to get us what we want. I say, if every last wizard is run through with a blade, then violence is going to get...
Who's that? Such arrogance.
Leviosa. Revelio.
잘했다. 잘했다 꼬맹이. 꼬맹이가 꽤 치네. 뭐야? 야 구해주고 내 걸로 만들자.
They must have only just captured her. She's putting up quite the fight.
Not a fair one, though. Not with her chained up like that.
Let's even her it, shall we? Look, they've got a dragon egg. Hebridean from the looks of it. We can't leave it here, not with the plans they likely have for it.
Revelio.
이건 거 먹을 때냐고? 왜 이렇게 느리게 일부러 느리게 걷는 거야 지금?
Aloha Mora.
안 뜨거?
All right, I have the egg.
Ready. The element of surprise will only buy us
Revelio.
seconds.
Let's make them count.
Yes. A more
인력군들을 쓰러뜨리자.
Roll you are!
Leviosa.
고맙다.
You're the one we're looking for, and you brought a friend.
I'll check your pot first, Ian. Stop right there.
Take the pulsar.
걔네부터 펜타쿨라가 뭐냐고.
Protection does not belong in battle.
아니야.
Shall we finish or stop? I'll put you in a stew. Should bring us clowns in a duel.
Predictable.
Accio. Reparo. Defender. Accio. Expelliarmus. Repulsor.
You'll regret that.
Accio.
뭐야? 왜 너 소리야?
Let's play Predator and Prey, shall we?
Accio. Expelliarmus. Crucio.
We don't have time. We need to
용을
free her now
풀어주세요.
before more show up.
Bombarda. Confringo.
뭘로 풀어줘?
Aim for the ring at the front of her restraints.
Accio. This may have been a bad idea.
I suppose we'll find out.
뭘? 잡아먹어. 야, 나쁜 놈인가 본데? 나한테도 쐈잖아.
Incendio.
This way.
That was a Hebridean black.
I'm guessing the egg we have belongs to that dragon.
I don't think she knew they had her egg. She wouldn't have left without it.
What now? She didn't exactly leave us a calling card.
I don't know. Nothing about this day was expected. Not the goblins, and definitely not the fighting ring. The last thing I planned on was a dragon egg. And the poachers saw us, which cannot be good.
용기를 어떻게 하지?
Since the dragon we freed flew off, does that mean we get to keep the egg?
I'd much rather we have it than the poachers, at least for now. But I don't think we should keep it indefinitely. It'll be hard hiding something like this from Professor Weasley for long.
Should we expect trouble from the poachers, given the trouble we just caused?
It would be foolish not to expect it. They're not a forgiving lot. I'm sorry to say that you likely have a larger target on your back now because of what we just did.
We aren't helping ourselves standing here. Let's get to safety. We can sort this out later.
You're right. If there's anything the poachers are good at, it's tracking their prey. And right now, we're it. Be careful, won't you? I shall see you back at the castle.
Revelio.
자, 퀘스트 완료. 불과 악행. 빨리 도망갑시다. 위즐 교수님의 과제. 경찰이다.
Settle down, settle down. Transfiguration, as you may be weary of hearing me say, is an exact science that can take a lifetime to master. But we needn't be daunted. Almost anything can be transformed if you can just perceive the potential within it. As I see in all of you, tremendous witches and wizards, every one of you. Or it could just be my eyesight. Now, you all know what to do.
저 뒤에 모르나 본데? 자, 갑시다. 성공! 간단하죠? 변신. 내가 변신하는 게 아니구나.
Beautifully done.
자, 위즐리 교수와 대화하세요. 새 주문 할당. 어디다가? 못하네.
You wanted to discuss my progress so far this term, Professor?
I did. You seem to have had no trouble in getting up to speed. And frankly, excelling in your schoolwork this year.
Thank you, Professor. The extra assignments have been helpful.
As I suspected they would be. Now, it seems you've been making good use of the opportunities presented by your field guide. Of course, the guide isn't the only measure of success. I've heard that you were able to grow a venomous tentacula. Growing such a magical plant is an accomplishment of which you can be quite proud.
Thank you, Professor.
I will say I'm especially impressed with all you've accomplished in light of the rumors of your extracurricular activities. Was your visit to the kitchens and the Hogsmeade graveyard with Nick to bribe a ghost for information connected in any way to Professor Fig?
근데 더 이상 숨길 수가 없지 않나? 맞아요.
Professor Fig has encouraged me to explore when I can in an effort to complete my field guide.
I see. I admire your penchant for learning, but do remember that your classwork and field guide are designed to educate you thoroughly. It'll be the end of the year in no time, and you'll want to be well prepared for your OWLs.
저게 뭐였지?
I'll provide a final assessment at that time to ensure that you're ready for your exams. Until then, well done. You are dismissed.
어허. 위즐리 교수님의 과제.
Since our visit to Feldcroft, something dawned on me about the triptych. Meet me at the Overlook, just north of the Forbidden Forest, and I'll explain.
My plan with the helmet failed, but I have another idea. I think we may be able to find what we need at a goblin mine south of Hogwarts. Meet me there, and bring someone who speaks gobbledygook.
좋아. 야, 퀘스트가 갑자기 넘쳐나네요. 일단은 오늘은 여기서 한번 끊고 가도록 하겠습니다. 다음에는 퀘스트가 짜란 엄청 엄청 많아요. 자, 다음 시간이 엄청 기다려지네요. 자, 일단은 오늘 여기까지 하도록 하겠습니다. 다음 시간에 뵐게요. 끝.